Hey, Callie, you made this shit?
Yes, sir. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Millionaire Mansion podcast. My name is James Hodggreen. I'm the owner of the Millionaire Mac Club, and we believe millionaire is not defined by monetary status, but by the mindset. And we're raising consciousness in order to tap into our limitless potential, man. I hope y'all are doing great. Hope y'all are doing spectacular. If you're not, just shift that mindset. Just quick announcements before we get into the episode. Make sure y'all tap into those Millionaire Mac Talks with some of those recent guests that I have. I had my sister talking about power from within. I had Jericho Fleming talking about how to listen to your signs and really find your purpose. These guest podcasts have really been such a blessing. Really, they've been such a blessing. It's just so fun to hop on and have great conversation, great progressive conversation. And I really hope that you guys are picking up these gems that these people are leaving. So make sure y'all tap into those after this episode. And like always, make sure if you like anything, if you're getting any type of new knowledge, new perspective, make sure you just share. That's all I can ask for. Just give it a share. But today I wanted to talk about something so important. I wanted to talk about knowing what you bring to the table. See, once you know what you bring to the table, then even though expectations aren't the best things to have, but they're realistic, like expectation, you're bound to have them even though you shouldn't, but your expectations can be met way more once you know what you're bringing to the table, what you can control in the situation, right? So the reason I wanted to talk about this is because, I play basketball at Shemeketa Community. Let's go Storm. And I was struggling. No, I won't even say struggling because that makes it sound worse than it was. But I wasn't playing to my full potential. So then I asked myself, like, what do you bring to the table? What can you do well? Like, not what have other people told you that you do well. James, what do you do well on the basketball court? So I sat down, journaled what I know I can do well, even if it wasn't what one of my strong suits in the past, but I journaled and wrote down what I know I can do well, what I've been working on. And make sure when you're doing this, it's something practical. It's something that you've been working on, something that you've been putting time into, because that's what's going to build the competency and that's what's going to build the confidence, right? So this lesson goes into anything. This goes into the workspace or relationship, just life in general. What do you bring to the table? So I got 3 questions for y'all that y'all need to ask yourselves in order to progress. Because once you figure out what you can bring to the table, the doors are going to open. The doors are going to open like crazy because, one, you'll realize what you do bring, and then you'll realize what you don't bring and what you need to bring, right? So once you figure that out, what? Like, it's on you to go gain the information and put yourself in position to win, right? So let's get into it. So the first question, ask yourself, what are the best qualities that you bring in whatever you do? Figure out what your sharpest tool is. What is the best things that you bring to the table? And you can do this in multiple ways. There's no right or wrong way to do this. You can tier them. Like, you can put tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Like, things you do super well that nobody else can compete with you in terms of what you do. Then things that you do pretty good but need some work, and then maybe things that you do all right, you do good, something that's kind of notable but not really your strongest suit. So ask yourself, what are your best qualities? Because it's so easy to often focus on the things that I'm doing wrong, things I'm doing wrong. But y'all know how it goes. Once you put your focus on whatever you put your energy and focus on, that's what's going to keep repeating. That's what's going to keep manifesting in your life. So I need you to focus on the positives. Don't neglect, don't be ignorant of the negatives, because we're about to get into that. But if you're focused more on the negatives, then you're going to continually getting the same results, the same negative results that you don't want. The next question, ask yourself, what do you want to bring to the table? So what you bring to the table and what you want to bring to the table are two different things. And when you ask yourself what you want to bring to the table, understand that it may not be brought right away. There may be some work. More times than not, there's going to be some work that you need to put in. There's going to be some limiting beliefs that you need to overcome. There's going to be some obstacles that you're going to have to go around in order to bring these new things to the table, because we're creatures of habit. So you're going to have to overcome some previous habits possibly, right? So be on the watch out for that. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised about that. Don't be surprised that, oh, you want change, or you know that you can be bringing something and it doesn't happen right away. It's going to take a conscious effort in order to turn those habits around and really get the results you want, right? Boom. That's question number 2. Ask yourself, what do you want to bring to the table? Next, the third question. What is expected from you to bring to the table? So like if we're talking about in terms of a team and a workspace, a family's a team, just any team, like what are other people relying on you for, right? What are they relying on you for? Because if you're in a team, maybe what you think you should be bringing to the table can be brought better by somebody else. Therefore, you're not being efficient for the team if you're trying to bring that still. So you need to figure out where you fit in. And by no means that means don't be your full self or be in the shadow of somebody else, but understand the team concept. Understand what's going to make the team function the best. What's going to make person A, B, and C all flow together, right? So really keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Know what's expected of you. Know what's expected of you. And if you don't know, ask. Don't, like, I heard this quote, the quality of life, the quality that you will live in your life is determined by the quality of questions you ask. There's so many possibilities. There's so many question marks in this life. If you're scared to ask questions, then how far are you really going to get? Because you can't tell me that you know everything. You can't, because everything's infinite, right? So always be constantly asking. Ask what's the expectation of yourself, that you have for yourself, that other people have for yourself, right? And understand that that's ever changing. Expectations are constantly changing with the situation. So know that it's not always set in stone, and it's okay for those to change, right? Next, this isn't a question that you need to ask, but here's 2 last things that I need you to do in order to know what you're bringing to the table to progress yourself. Figure out how to sharpen your tools. We talked about it a little bit earlier. Once you figure out what your best qualities are, what people are expecting from you, what you want to bring to the table, then you need to figure out how to sharpen the tools, the things that you're already good at. How can you do them great? How can you do them exceptional? How can you do them where nobody can compete with you? Because you're already ahead in that. So what's the point? Yes, we want to be well-rounded, but if it's inefficient to get one skill set caught up to another, then we might as well max this one out, right? And then we can, once we have this maxed out, put this on autopilot, then we can move to the next tool and progress with that. Obviously, in a perfect world, everything will progress at once, but focused, intense energy towards one thing can progress you so much faster than you trying to progress in 17 different aspects, right? Last but not least, figure out what is holding you back, whether that's a limiting belief, whether it's something somebody said to you years ago, whether somebody does it better than you. Figure out what's holding you back from doing the best you can do, because there's nothing. I've been in this position so much. where you know you can be doing better, but you're not. So figure out what's holding you back, because that's the first step. Because oftentimes we'll try to figure out how to do better before we figure out what's holding us back. So figure out what's holding you back, face that, and then the solutions to what you can do better will just naturally come, right? So know what you're bringing to the table. You're unique. You're unique. You're not cookie cutter. I don't care who you are. You don't have to be a celebrity with a blue check. You don't have to have $1 billion. I don't care who you are. You are unique. If you're listening to this, if you're not listening to this, you are unique. Simple. Simple, simple, simple. So, hey, 7 and 7. My 7-day challenge is coming very soon, man. It's coming very soon. I'm working on some bonuses. I got some crazy bonuses coming out for y'all in terms of things going on in Jonah JD Fitness. We got an app coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for the app if y'all need to get your body right. Everybody needs to get their body right. I don't care who you are. You can always improve your body. And yeah, man, just make sure, please, like, subscribe, share. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you're living in abundance, keep creating for yourself. Keep creating for yourself. If you're not, just shift that perspective. Abundance is everywhere. Abundance is everywhere. But yeah, let's wrap it up. I love y'all for real, man. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed for your presence. I'm so blessed for your presence. And whoever's listening to this, I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for you. But hey, like my grandma said, man, keep going, keep growing. Peace.